Hi, I'm Sonicguru. It's been over a year now. Sonic is 21 and he's finding new and exciting things in life. But what about 25th anniversary games, Sonic Generations? And like the insanely obsessive, loyal fan that I am, I got the Collector's Edition. That comes with a DVD and a CD that you can find anywhere on YouTube, an art book you find anywhere on Google, a statue that broke when I fucking got it, and a gold ring. I like the gold ring. Biggest question is, does this game still hold up? Short answer, yeah. Long answer, I've got a list. I know, total cop out. I guess I could have done a whole review, but I decided to do something else. Like a top 10. No. Top 5 best and worst things of Sonic Generations. Rolling intro!
The music. The music in this game is beyond nostalgic. All the music has been remastered in both modern and classic variations and is brilliant to listen to. The sound team really went out of their way to give us tracks that sound new yet familiar. They even brought back Ted Purley and Tony Harnell to redo Escape from the City, as well as an auto-tune variation with Cash Cash. Generations also has an additional 50 songs from previous Sonic games you can swap in for other in-game music. For example, you can listen to Metal Harbor in Green Hill, or A New Venture during Silver's rival battle. The music in Sonic games are always memorable and we keep humming them even after we put the controller down. The music. Right now I'll put the music in this game as the 5th best for having new yet familiar music, but that's also part of the problem. There is no original music in this game. While that's not strictly true, there's 1 or 2 catchy jingles as well as a final boss theme which is not memorable in the least. I guess the biggest nitpick with the music is that there's no main theme, which is a tradition for 3D Sonic games. After hearing Crush 40's rendition of Sonic Boom at, well, Sonic Boom, the fans expected something of that caliber in Generations. But I guess Sega's hands are tied when a remastering or occasionally a porting over nostalgic music we've heard a million times before. Gameplay. The gameplay of Generations takes the best aspects of both classic and modern games and makes them just as enjoyable. Classic Sonic plays a little bit faster, and aside from the overpowered spin dash, can only run, jump and spin like he did 20 years ago. Modern Sonic is just as fast as ever, but with a bit more freedom to explore. There's also a bit of adventure gameplay thrown in with some awkward 3D platforming, but those nitpicks are hardly worth stressing over. Generations literally harkens back to the time where a Sonic the Hedgehog game was held with the likes of Nintendo's own IPs, and also serves as a nostalgia trip for fans of all generations. The ranking system. We all know the purpose of the ranking system. It encourages you to replay levels to obtain the highest rank possible, and in Sonic Adventure 2 or Unleashed, these are hard to get, but not in Sonic Generations. You can practically get an S rank on your first try by simply not dying. This breaks any and all challenge that previous games had. It's quite insulting to the most hardcore Sonic fans to which the game was aimed for. Also, it's kind of ironic when you recall that Sonic Colors was aimed for a younger audience with its story and presentation, and that was more challenging than this was. Level design. The gameplay wouldn't be good without some decent level design, and this game delivers. Based on the previous Sonic the Hedgehog games, Sega made each level new yet familiar. What is most impressive to me is the classic interpretations of the Dreamcast and modern stages. It also makes use of the 3D by having multiple paths in the foreground and background. With its branching paths, it yields on multiple playthroughs just to find new secret areas. That's not to say that playing as modern Sonic in classic levels is not as enjoyable. They really make you want to slow down and explore every possible alternate path you can take, as well as finding the elusive red rings. Boss fights. Like the ranking system, the rival and boss battles are pathetic. They are too easy and too simple for the veteran Sonic fan. That's not to say that it should be challenging. The rifle battles are certainly fun to do, but I had more difficulty getting through Planet Whiz Back 2. The only battles that were any challenge were the Ed Dragoon, which originally fought as the Werehog. The only reason this is any challenge at all is due to its ability to get in cheap hits. The other is the final boss, the Time Eater. Normally a final boss battle is meant to be the most hardest and challenging part of the game, but the Time Eater is slow paced, underwhelming, and the supporting cast will not shut the fuck up. With 2 Supersonics, a time and dimension shifting boss, in space no less, this should have been the most challenging and fun part of the game, yet Sega really dropped it like a 16-ton weight. The presentation. The graphics in Sonic Generations are crisp, clear and detailed. The nature part of Planet Wisp is tantalizing to look at, and the ruined and flaring Crisis City is somehow full of energy. Even in the most remote areas you'll find while playing is that the surroundings are incredibly detailed. The only downside is the fact that the world flies by so fast you really don't have time to look at it. Sure, you could always slow down and take your time to enjoy the world, but that's something you most likely won't want to do. It's no joke that Sega took some real time and effort on designing this game, although compressing the cutscenes, thus reducing the overall quality of them, was a stupid idea. The story. As far as some stories go in Sonic games, usually take the tongue-in-cheek approach to storytelling. Parallel universes, magic books, captured aliens, but the 2 most recurring story cliches are an ancient power from 1,000 years ago that Eggman wants to harness, or in this case, time travel. The last time they tried this was Sonic the Hedgehog 2006, and the less I talk about that the better. But Generations falls into the same trap in that they don't take time to explain stuff. Why are the Chaos Emeralds so important all of a sudden? Why does running through all these stages bring the colour back? Where the hell did classic tales come from, and why do they act like they was there all along? All concerns for paradoxes and causalities are swiftly disregarded. On top of that, the story was more or less written around the levels instead of the levels being designed around the story, like in Sonic Adventure 2. From the same people who wrote the story for Sonic Colors, I expected more than this. Replay value. Now there are 2 things they can get right every time. First is graphics and presentation, the other is replay value. Even though all 18 acts, 3 rival and 4 boss battles can be done within 3 hours or less, there's still plenty to do. Aside from the skill shot where you can buy the original Sonic the Hedgehog for 7,777 points, there are also 90 submissions to clear and 90 red rings to collect. Doing these will unlock additional skills, music and artwork. On top of that, there was also an online mode where you can actually compete for the best time on any of the acts, as well as a 30-second trial, which challenges you to get as far as a level in, what the title says, 30 seconds. Also, for those who got the collectors or special editions for the game, will be treated to a downloadable pinball stage based on the Casino Night Zone. Not bad for first step of DLC. Overall, you're spending more time on other parts of the game than you would on the main story. Lack of inspiration. Now, despite what I said about the gameplay, level design and music, there is nothing new in this game. Everything in this game is a pure nostalgia trip, but doesn't try anything else more than that. Call me picky or not a real Sonic fan, as some people might say, but I like to see the series move forward with new innovations to the Sonic formula, much like what it did during the Dreamcast era. And if the Sonic Dimensions rumour is true, a game for the Wii U where Sonic is split into multiple personas with different powers, then it clearly shows that Sega is scared of their own shadow and won't step out of their safe zone. But I can't really blame them. Over the years they've been releasing average games that either get a lukewarm response or a major bashing from its fans. Then comes Sonic Unleashed and they finally found something that works and stuck to it. Though this is a far cry, but I want to see new ideas, new zones, addictive music and a chance to play as some of the other characters again. I don't expect you to agree with me, but this is just what I want from the Sonic franchise.
And those are top 5 best and worst of Sonic Generations. Though I ranted a bit too much on the bad parts of it, it's still fun. I mean, it's not as good as Sonic 2 or Heroes, but it's still a great game. Buy it! The kids will love it! Anyway, here's to another great Sonic game in the future. I hope.
I'll set you free. Follow me, set me free. Trust me, and we will escape from the sea.